So, Sonic, am I right?
What you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventure. I'm Eggman Nigga!
A franchise that, I have to announce now, I am a fan of.
Scream if you will.
So I could start off this video by discussing who Sonic is and how he was like an icon in the 90s, but had a rough transition into 3D, something, oh 06, Dark Age, yada yada. But realistically, if you clicked on this video, you either already know about that, or you don't really give a shit. No, I don't want to talk about Sonic games, yet. What this video is about is LEGO. More specifically, LEGO Sonic. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know that LEGO Sonic is a thing. But if you didn't, yeah, LEGO Sonic is and has been a thing. Last year, LEGO created a new line of sets based on Sonic and his colorful set of pals. Except for you, Shadow.
Luigi, it takes all colors to make a rainbow. Except black. There's no black in a rainbow.
The theme aims to capture the feel for Sonic and all of its characters by having iconic set pieces, characters, and this big ball slimmer. I swear it's actually better than you think. Also, in promotion with this, they added LEGO skins to Sonic Superstars. Yay! Except for Eggman, because you had to pre-order the game, so now I can't get them for the game to match with all my other LEGO skins. How fantastic! This is gonna me thinking about LEGO Sonic, and what the future of this brand could bring to LEGO's table. Yet, LEGO Sonic doesn't just start here at this wave of sets we see ourselves with now. LEGO Sonic goes back years from here, and what better time to talk about LEGO Sonic with the highly anticipated release of the new Sonic game, Sonic X Shadow Generations, just around the corner, and the Sonic Movie 3 on its way in December. In this video, I want to take a look at the state of LEGO Sonic. Where it's been, where it is, and where it could go, and how well I think the brand's doing. But to get to the sets I actually want to talk about, I have to go back a bit, where LEGO Sonic all began, in a little-known crossover game called... LEGO Dimensions was a LEGO game created by Traveler's Tales and TT Games. What a coincidence in naming. To cash in on the new Toys to Life craze around the time of its release, with such things like Skylanders and Disney Infinity being mildly big at the time. Released September 2015, LEGO Dimensions had a slew of different characters to help save LEGO from the evil guy. I forgot his name. Here it is on screen. Now what does it have to do with Sonic? Well, like any LEGO game related to fame nowadays, LEGO Dimensions toys it was bringing to life were all licensed brands that LEGO in their all-knowing glory had the rights to use, with classics like The Goonies, Gremlins, and Beetlejuice? That's oddly relevant. Wasn't when I wrote this. This licensed branding comes in the first LEGO Sonic set to date. We have set number 71244, Sonic the Hedgehog Level Pack. And a really creative name there. This is where we see the first LEGO Sonic minifigure, which I don't have because any place I could buy them from never had them until the game stopped being relevant. And holy shit, the prices now! You can clearly see the modern influence in the green eyes, and also from what I've seen of the gameplay, this game very clearly knows it's Sonic, considering the appearances of Omo Chow, Chaos, and every different mainline Mecha, Metal, and Robo Sonic. It comes with two mini alternate builds that were made to be in-game vehicles, one based on the Tails biplane, and one based on the Sonic Team Racing Sonic car. Damn, that's cool. All in all, this is great for what it sets out to achieve. Be a silly crossover in a game full of them. It certainly is better than a lot of the other Dimensions builds, like whatever the heck Slimer has. But really, this is the first LEGO Sonic set, and this would later expand to something much more than one measly minifigure, maybe even A theoretical brick build?
I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh? You're not even good enough to be
I'll
my
make you
fake.
eat those words.
Okay, this seems a little irrelevant, but when it comes to the history of LEGO Sonic and where we are now, yeah, no, this set kinda matters a bit. The LEGO Ideas Sonic Mania set art will always have a special place in my mind, as it was kind of just something that was always there. I would always see LEGO videos relating to the Ideas picks, and this Mania set was always one of them. But eventually, early 2021, when me and other LEGO Sonic fans rejoiced with the news that this set actually got approved. This was perfect. Everything LEGO Sonic needed. Based on Mania, literally I think the highest rated Sonic game. It had Green Hills, Death Egg Robot, and some other egg robos. What more could you want? Now, all it took between us and getting a possible brand was the set to sell well. And Sega actually making a compatible decision. Basically, what could go wrong? Well, nothing really went wrong. Of course, we got the theme. Something suddenly went wonky in the set making department. Okay, let me show you two pictures. This was the set that the Ideas board approved, right? And this is the set that was released. Can you see a difference? Yeah, no, they changed the entire set. Instead of being based off Mania, it was instead based off Green Hill Zone. Which, of course, Mania was as well, but shut up. It was based off of Sonic 1. It had the Egg Machine robot from Sonic 1. Sonic had blacked out eyes, like in Sonic 1. And everything just had more of a classic feel. Even the Eggman build. Which, not good. Not good. Definitely, the one they had in the Ideas was better. Why didn't they go for that to him? Also, I like the inclusion of all the Chaos Emeralds, despite not actually being in Sonic 1. They only had 6. It doesn't matter, it's the thought that counts. The set did what it stood out to do, being an iconic piece of Sonic history immortalized in LEGO. The point is, these sets were good. It was probably somewhere to go from here. And at this point, LEGO and Sega had teamed up a couple of times, so the idea of a Sonic-themed line wasn't out of the question. But there might have been something else that helped. Maybe another video game icon getting a theme before, maybe want Sega to jump on the bandwagon a little bit. That's just my theory though. After all these years of edging us a little with snippets of content, Sega finally announced the new theme of LEGO Sonic, which, with the official sets coming soon, I can't say that these advertisements weren't really enjoyable. The first one was a nice introduction, and seeing them slowly build a storyline of Eggman at the LEGO headquarters, leading up to this peak.
5, 6, 7, 8. From the head to the leg. I'm the man. I'm the egg. I'm a genius. I'm quick. I made bad nicks. Motobug, Chopper, Buzz, Bomber, Crab Meat, Neutron 2. I say their names to the beat. My mustache is most flash. I'm evil as heck. I've been very wrong. Now I'm here in my mech. Gonna take down Sonic. Gonna get him with my mech. Gonna rule the world with all my bad nicks. Gonna hit some pencils. Hit Sonic. Oh yes. Hit a coffee cup. Spill it on the desk. Gonna knock down Sonic and Sonic and Sonic. Gonna hit a laptop that's got Sonic on it. Some people call me evil, call me vile, call me pest. You can call me Dr. Eggman. I'm the best.
This marketing had me excited. Mainly because there was no electric big figures component that was incredibly stupid for the full video game theme looking out of LEGO's main iconography of minifigures? No. This had full minifigures, all the characters. Sonic, Amy, Tails, and Eggman had minifigures. Eggman is by far the goofiest, but it's better than this. These sets did manage to have a gimmick though. That being these level-based landscape they used in their sets, giving off these courses to have Sonic run through. They have a gimmick without giving up the minifigures, but to say that these were a hit, hopefully. I don't really know how well these were selling. It's probably due to LEGO and their bad prices, but I think they were mostly worth their money. They were enough that 2 more sets were released earlier this year, in which Sonic was in none, huh? Yeah, these are the only figures there. There were Rouge, Knuckles, and Shadow the Hedgehog. But I get it. Shadow and Knuckles are some of the most iconic people in the franchise, with Knuckles being in the latest Sonic movie, and having a show released, and Shadow being also about to be in the newest Sonic movie, and being, well, Shadow. It's easy to see how these characters are able to have a hold in their own, as they aren't as obscure to general audiences. It allows us to get Rouge with Knuckles, as he can hold out on his own. Without delving too much into what they could do yet, I think they've done pretty stellar. They use Green Hill Zone, did I scare you Sonic fans? As a base for the set areas. It's just the color of the dirt looks like Green Hill, not much else, like what I was saying before. Green Hill's iconic, and if Sonic merchandise wants to get off the ground with an environment, you need to start with Green Hill, as saturated as it is. It is what the general audience knows. Oh, you know what the general audience doesn't know? Plickies. Like, including the Plickies really gives a new interesting mode for people to collect. Like, let me get my small blue penguin. Though really, some of these prices are abysmal. I found a way to minifigure max these sets and lessens the price I'm spending on these to get almost all of the LEGO Sonic minifigures. Fuck you, Winking Sonic. Really, but I actually own 4 of the Sonic sets. 2 from the first wave in 2023, and the only 2 from the early year wave 2044. And, as a first for these State of LEGO videos, I think I might review these sets. What? Okay, so, first things first, I want to take a look at all the minifigures I have in the LEGO Sonic. Really, Sonic is how you'd expect him to be. Green eyes, tan accents on the muzzle, chest and arms, everywhere else being this blue that I don't know the name of, just generic blue. Really more of a modern take for the character. Though, really, I'm not complaining. It really feels like that stock image Sonic we've seen for the past decade or so. I appreciate the dual molding on the legs, especially the shoe buckle printing on the side. Genuinely really nice detail, I'm glad they included it here. As well as the quill and tail printing on the back. Really, you didn't really need to add this, but it just adds a level of detail that you just kind of appreciate. Also, I just want to talk about how fantastic this head mold is. With this iconic smirk in tow, really, this is everything I could have expected out of a LEGO Sonic figure. If not, maybe a darker shade of blue. Though, that is really nitpicky of me. But, overall, 9 out of 10 figure. Amy has everything you expect from the games, but I can't help but feel like something is off with this. It's the head looking a little bit weird, or the skirt not really being the clean and circular one we've gotten to know from the games. Or maybe it's that slightly off-putting expression she's giving me right now. Though other than that, everything else really looks down-packed. The same level of back printing and dual molding for Amy is given, like it is to Sonic, as well as a little bow print on her head. Really cool stuff, it's just something about it seems off to me. 8 out of 10. Tails feels weird. He has short, not mid-legs, despite not really being portrayed as that much shorter than Sonic in games. Maybe it's the head. The head being that big, they needed something to make him seem a lot shorter than he is. It also somewhat comes off of the boots looking way too big. I mean, like, come on, they don't take up his entire foot. Though, I guess that's also a property of no dual printing on the side, so it doesn't really look like that from here. But from a front-on angle, yeah, that's a little too much. Really, his head is 1-to-1. Though, I'm gonna be real, I'm more impressed by these tails. The molding is just incredible. And I know they're plastic, so maybe some of the printing, but honestly, these tails just look so amazing that I can ignore all the minute nitpicking I've given this figure so far. Genuinely really great work on LEGO's part, and I appreciate just the fact that they did that very much. Overall, 8 out of 10. Rounding out Team Sonic in LEGO form, we of course have Knuckles. And like Sonic, this is near perfect. The colors are amazing. The head, it has a pretty fantastic head mold, with all of his dreads being seen from the sides, and even got his purple eyes. Legs also dual molded, like most of them, but the green print doesn't really go around to the side. I especially appreciate what they've done for his actual Knuckles themselves. Instead of trying to mold new hands, they use clip-ons that the minifigure can hold so that it looks like it's one piece, but he can still hold stuff. You can see the inner contraptions on the other side there. Really good ingenuity on Lego's part. It's just a shame that the shoes don't have the iconic gray metal Lego pieces on them. What a missed opportunity. Really, there's not much to complain about with this one. Any problem I have with this probably is also the same problem I have with the Sonic figure, so for that, I have to give Knuckles a 9 out of 10. Taking a break from Team Sonic and entering Team Dark, we have Rouge the Bats. And really, there isn't much to complain about. Double dual printing on the arms and legs to represent the boots and gloves respectively. Definitely a shock, but I guess they kind of had to do it. And I mean, come on, she even has hearts printed onto the front of her shoes. That is such good attention to detail. The head is the right shape, pointed ears to boot, aqua eyes, little hair things coming out the side. I don't really know how to describe them. Lashes, eyeliner, everything. Shebang. They decided to print lipstick on her. Surprising, but really cool attention to detail on Lego's end. Wings feel a little too big, but really, I don't even care at this point. They're purple like in the game, so really what's there to complain about? Honestly, I think they put so much detail into this Rouge the Bat figure that I can't help but give it anything but a 10 out of 10. I mean, come on, what else did you expect? This is probably one of the more detailed figures there. Well, along with the next one. Next up in the Team Dark section is the one, the only, Shadow the Hedgehog. And yeah, this has to be another 10 out of 10. Shadow is a character with a lot of tiny details on him, and they just about managed to print all of them on here. The red stripes on the top of all the quills, the inhibitor rings on his arms and his legs, and of course, while we're at his legs, the boot print is excellent. We even got the little things sticking up from his skates, as well as the more dual molding to make it, you know, just seem a little extra. Really, this figure has a lot of minute details that all just come together to make it one of the best minifigures in the entire wave. Tuft of hair on his front, quill printing on the back. Can you even say this is Shadow the Hedgehog without his iconic red eye outline? And of course, just a little angry smirk on the side. Something we've come to see Shadow associated with more recently, and really, it's perfect. This is most definitely the best Lego Sonic figure we've ever got, and is truly worthy of the title, the ultimate life form. Oh yeah, Eggman. He's a minifigure now. Honestly, this figure is really interesting. This is the perfect representation of the Sonic Adventure 2 Eggman look in Lego. Big body, but not too big. Long arms and legs that look more natural than his in-game look. And his bushy beard that is nothing short of an Eggman classic. Only downside is the molded head, but how do you actually make a convincing Eggman minifigure head for his body? That's right, you don't. The fact that you can even move it at all really puts the fact that you can't move it at all, though. Oh, that's done. I think it's time I actually review some of these sets. Well, all the ones I have, at least. Show me the new sets, Lego. Oh, some cough. So, from cheapest to most expensive, we have Shadow's Bike Chicks. The Rhino bot here is a pretty cool build, as well as a pretty cool chicken clicky. Pretty decent, but yeah, kind of doesn't fit in with the rest of it, so one bad nick down. Also, what is this random roadblock doing for Shadow? I mean, like, I kind of get it. It's like an Eggman thing, a container for him. It reminds me of roadblock as well. Doesn't matter. Pretty decent build all around. Also, I really love the Eggman logo though here. Pretty iconic. Also, with that little swing feature here, all you have to do, slam on this. Yay! Now we have Shadow! Having a little closer look inside the detail. I can see the sticker being possibly used for a mock of that container Shadow Sonic the gun one. But overall, it doesn't really lean all the way into it. But I don't really care. It's still a decent build. And it's the next part of the set we're in. So it may not be needed. I'm really glad we got this thing as well. But let's be real. There are two reasons you got this set. One, the ultimate life form. And 2 have to be the ultimate ride. Yeah, honestly, this bike alone makes it that worth buying. Considering it is Shadow's real bike, I mean, it looks good, feels good to move. It's not even that hard to put a little Shadow figure on it, let alone any other figure you deem necessary. Because honestly, this is a really versatile design that I can see being used with a lot of different characters. So even if you don't want Shadow, I think the bike's still a pretty cool buy. Overall, this is a pretty good set. The builds are definitely something that fits in the Sonic franchise. Knuckle smack. Aside from coming with some exceptionally good minifigures, what even is this build? Like, this looks like an Eggman roll that's meant to imitate Knuckles, but even that would be Knuckles' size. Really just feels like Lego capitalizing on all the mechs they've been selling recently, using the Sonic brand to sell another one. Probably because they didn't think an Emerald Shrine would sell well on its own without a big mech. I mean, it's a good mech, but I'm still complaining. I'm a Sonic fan after all. This set has, you know, pretty good posability. Aside from Lego insisting on using these leg pieces that don't allow for any movement at the kneecaps, so they're all just stiff like this. Like, it's more structurally stable now, but I'd also prefer just a click. One of those clicking rotating joints, so I can just instead of having it be stuck like this. Because kind of hinders playability a little bit. That's just my opinion though. The cockpit's alright, though pretty funny inherently, considering Knuckles doesn't have normal minifigure hands. Instead these clip-ons, so he can't actually hold on to the handlebar that's presumably controlling the mech. Which is pretty funny on Lego's part that they didn't think about this. The Rouge Jet, or whatever it is, like the mech, is kind of redundant. Just saying it as it is. It is a small and insignificant add of pieces to the build. I guess it helps Rouge carry the Emerald, but it was never really a problem for her before, so why bother? And the Emerald is... This side should probably be a little wider than this, but that's more nitpicking. It's more nitpicking than anything. Plus, this little stand doesn't really do it any favors. But I guess something's better than nothing. Really? What you see is what you get. A $40 mech set. And I guess it's not really that bad, but I'd much prefer it if they did something more in line with the Sonic theme, you know? Maybe give Knuckles and Roo an actual shrine, you know, to place the Master Emerald. So the next set on the chopping block is the Plicky Playground. Follow Tails. Okay, yeah, it may not look the best build-wise, but really, all I see is just a green, nice, and relaxing build to maybe uplift the spirit of your dark and decrepit room. Also comes with a plethora of play features. Like this slide for some plickies. It's got whatever this spinny thing is. What is this? A tiki bar where you can have your characters manufacture alcohol to serve to minors. And it's even got a little pool for all your plickies to have a nice swim, including some other characters who noticeably can't. Swim. Also, what's this weird Tails thing? I think Amy has one in another set that I didn't buy, but why does he need this? To surf? I mean, like, maybe, but in the thing, I think it shows him flying with it. But the back of the build looks pretty nice. It's got a nice bedroom full of places to hang out. With another Chaos Emerald? Huh? Nice. Here's where you can also find a nice collapsing bridge. Yeah, the mechanics of this speak for themselves. Pull the lever. Just pull the lever. Just pull the lever. Just pull the lever. Oh no, I've fallen into the water and I can't swim. And this crab. Oh hey, it's me, Crustaceous P. Overall, I think this is a pretty well-rounded $60 set, with play features galore and lots of places for these little clickies to watch their friends become slaves to Dr. Eggman, waiting for Sonic to do something about it. Will they wait to see if they're going to be chosen next for the Eggman Empire? It's a shame they wanted to make it $80 though. Ending off the sets I do have is set number 76993, Sonic vs. Dr. Eggman's Death Egg Robots. Boy, isn't that a mouthful. Just like the set actually. They could have just done something where it just comes with Sonic and the Death Egg Robot, but instead they added all these other little builds that I think help kind of build the vibe of the set. Got a little spike for Sonic to jump over, some rings, and this... I'll get to that later. Though I think it would have been cheaper for the first option. But honestly, I think all this extra stuff's pretty neat. We get Cubot. I don't know what Warbot. Don't know why he's in here. Oh well. Along with this build, which is just some random science stuff for the Chaos Emerald, and a little cage. A little cage to keep all your innocent little animals. To do some animal testing, some like, I don't know, Eggman's shampoo or some shit. You also get this ramp. It's pretty rampy, but it's also kind of used for the Ultra Play feature later. Spikes! Yeah, Sonic sure has those. And Singular Ring. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. The Sonic Ball Hitty thing. Okay, so this thing is a play feature in most of the sets, but I don't have those, so here goes. So basically, you get this shooty hitty thing, then you trap Sonic the Hedgehog in a ball. He's so excited to be here. Then all you do is just put him in and hit it. Yeah, this is very fun. Thank you, Lego. Oh yeah, and there's a Death Egg Robot as well. So the robot doesn't really look like one I know. Definitely seems based off of Sonic 2, but Sonic 2 didn't have this shooty thing. Maybe it's based on a version I'm not too familiar with. Honestly though, it doesn't matter. It has the shape and feel of the Death Egg Robot, which is really all you need for something like this. It's a pretty good adaptation. Though the stomach does look a little weird. I wonder what that could be for. I like the hands. No, I don't care, both of them aren't spikes. I like the shooty thing. Six stud shooter that can shoot out like a fucking Gatling gun. Except I can't shoot it. So this is why Eggman always loses to Sonic. Another neat feature can be found at the back, with this abomination of what seems like an energy pack, or a jetpack in whatever way you look at it. But this is actually, where you store the plickies for energy. Let me get some. Now I want to direct your attention back to the robot's stomach. Now that looks pretty punchable to me. But, wait, how is Sonic gonna save the plickies at the back? Oh. This is the real big feature of the set. Remember that Sonic shooty thing from before? We'll take that, put a ramp in front of it. Now, what we need to do is put Sonic in here and save the plickies. And save the plickies. Oh, thank God. Yeah, this is very much one of my favorite builds out of the bunch. Probably my most favorite build and set out of all of them. Sorry, Shadow Bike. You've been dethroned. So,
So these two are my favorite because they really feel like something you'd see out of the Sonic games. You got Shadow on his bike and Eggman in his generic Eggman Robo. So honestly, it was such a good variety and lineup of sets just out the first two waves. Really, it only just begs the question, where does the theme go from here? Whoa. Well, guess I'm going back now.
Okay, so, new sets. These ones were revealed while I was writing the script, and released while I was writing the script, and so yeah, I'm just gonna say these sets are new, as to not immediately date this video. It doesn't even matter, because it got dated again. Editing me, rewrites, my audio all got deleted. So 3 new sets. What do I think? I'm mixed. Some of these are like alright, but the principle of them I don't really agree with again. The ones who explain my point best would be the Tails boat. Overall decent set, 2 minifigures, one of which is new, so I might have to get it. Nah, I'll just get Tails on his own. He even gets his own spin dash ball. But I can't help but try to shake off the fact that this isn't something from Sonic I've seen. I'm not sure if it's referencing like an anime or whatnot, but I just think it shouldn't have been more of a direct reference to a boat in the Sonic games that Tails made. My mind goes to the game Sonic Rush Adventure, which I haven't played, but as Tails build contraptions and vehicles for Sonic to ride around to get to new islands. Why they couldn't have just taken one of those boats and make it Tails themed and make that the set is beyond me. It also makes me wonder if they're gonna do that more often, just random things but Sonic themed rather than looking like things that are in Sonic. I have nearly the same sentiment for the next one, nearly because the Egg Drillster is in a Sonic game. This is the big Super Sonic vs. Egg Drillster, the iconic first boss from Sonic 2. Like, why is Super Sonic being delegated to a set to the first boss from Sonic 2? Speaking of Sonic 2, why is this Sonic 2 and not Adventure 2? Why is Shadow here? To bump up the price? Probably. I do like the photo of Maria. Considering the backstory, I'm surprised LEGO included it. Though, if I have to be honest, all this is just nitpicking. Like, it's a good enough set. So what if it's a set based off a boss from Sonic 2, with robots introduced in Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes, with a main character from Sonic Adventure 2? Really? Doesn't matter. This is just more my minor nitpicking of the set, rather than anything really faulty with it. If you like this set, heck, I don't think it's bad. I mean, come on, Super Sonic alone saves it. And I don't want to make people think this is the end of the world for me, because it really isn't. I don't mind this set. I don't mind the fact that Super Sonic's included in it. I just find it confusing. I'm not that mean-spirited, guys. Anyways, overall, decent set. I just feel somewhat disappointed, not by the build, but by the idea, I guess. And the last one is... oh, okay, fuck off. I had to take back almost everything I said about that earlier Knuckles set. The mech build is still decent, and the Emerald is good, but this set infuriates me on a fundamental level. Why not have this to begin with instead of the mech set? I know why. So LEGO can make more money off of you wanting to buy this set, because now you need to complete the Shrine with the Master Emerald, which was in the mech set, but not here. This set is so close to being the most Sonic relevant set ever, but so far away. You want to hear how to make this set the best one? Mix this one with the mech one together, put the Master Emerald in the Shrine, and then remove this random Amy shit, and Amy herself, and replace it with this random Rouge shit, and add Rouge to Bat. There you go. You get one of the best looking Sonic sets. All for $40. Then, you don't have to spend $80 to get 2 sets, one clearly better looking than the other, but having better minifigures. Oh, and, you know, the Master Emerald! It just seems so weak. It makes me look back at the other set more negatively, knowing that we could have had a great one from the start. Really, these sets are fine. Nothing too egregious, but what do I know? This is editing me. While I was editing this video, all of the audio got deleted, except for the first part. So now I have to re-record all of this. But also, LEGO decided to reveal another 4 sets. So now I have to rewrite the script a second time. Okay, the first one that was real with this 18 plus Shadow the Hedgehog head. Literally, what the heck is this? Like, unironically, how do they do Shadow so undeniably dirty with this? This looks like how movie Shadow would look if we still had the ugly Sonic design. It looks like a rat with spikes more than a hedgehog. Okay, and the next three are... Okay, well honestly, me having to delete a lot from what I want from the future of these sets, I think that's a good thing. It means that they are taking the theme further into the future with things that make sense. I mean, the focus on different Sonic games can definitely be seen here, with all these being semi-based off Sonic Adventure 2. This mini-set having a new Sonic figure fighting against the gun robots that were the main enemy type in SA2. It also fixes up one of my main gripes with the Egg Drillster. Now, instead of wasting Super Sonic on a boss that doesn't really deserve it, though the set is pretty decent with a good build, now they have an actual Super Sonic moment from the games, with Super Shadow. The Super Sonic vs. Bio Lizard set is definitely one of my favorites, because this is one of the most iconic final bosses from the Sonic games, and they translated it perfectly into LEGO. Honestly, the fact that I was talking about this set earlier in what I want, and now it's just being made, is honestly a good sign that this theme's gonna go into the future. The last set is a Tails mech with Metal Sonic, and you know what? It uses an actual mech from the games, and Metal Sonic is here, because he was a playable character in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. If I would have wanted the minifigure to look better, I don't know. Metal Sonic being the same proportion as Sonic kind of just doesn't look right to me. He's meant to be skinnier, because he's a robot. Robots are always skinny. The mech looks aight. Best they could have done with whatever this design was. Really, these sets are really good demonstrations for what I want to see out of the future of LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog theme's like one of those themes that can relatively go on for a couple of years. I think they still have so much content, locations, and characters from the Sonic series to turn into LEGO that as long as the sets make money, I can see this collaboration go on for a long time, maybe like 3 to 4 years. I know it's hard to determine the future from this small wave and what we've gotten right now, but I want to hope that LEGO makes the right moves and throws the theme into the right direction to keep up its longevity. Now, how would I say they do that? There's a couple of things I think they could do to help the future of LEGO Sonic. Number 1. Stay true to the games. Okay, now this seems like a pretty obvious choice, but hear me out. With the inclusion of stuff like Tails Adventure Boat, I just want to make sure LEGO sticks on track a little bit. I hope they just include more characters in different zones. Instead of having Green Hill Zone all the time, maybe make more sets on different games. More sets based off boss fights, like the Super Sonic and Shadow versus the Bio Lizard. Instead, make one for Chaos. Make one for Metal Overlord. You can do a lot. I mean, this is my pitch for a future set. Make a set where it's the altar from Sonic 06, and it comes with Sonic, Elise, and Mephiles. And the entire point of the set is recreating the part where Elise kisses Sonic. I think that would be the greatest set in LEGO Sonic history.
Of all time!
Instead of making atrocious looking character heads. Instead, for the 18 plus sets, go back to the LEGO Ideas way of doing it. Have a different set based off a classic theme. Like, maybe the next one could be a Sonic 2 based set in Chemical Plant, or a Sonic 3 one in Angel Island Zone. Of course, those are just the most iconic stages from those games, but I think a set like that could work very well, maybe including different minifigures and such. Speaking of, I think the large variety of things LEGO is willing to do with these Sonic sets is a good sign. I just hope in the future they can keep up this level of game consistency. Number 2. Fix the prices. Yeah, okay, come on guys. I think it's about time I show my true colors. Some of these prices aren't good. I mean, come on, $90 for the Tails boat. This is Australian, by the way. Either way, just put it down a little bit. Like, come on. Instead of $130, you could make this just $110. I'd say keeping it lower would do a lot from wearing off some of the more casual fans to getting some of these, because I think it can really just make more casual fans distance themselves from the sets because of the price. Genuinely, I think if LEGO Sonic sticks to these two things, I think his future's looking pretty good. So after having a look back through everything LEGO Sonic related, what would I say the state of LEGO Sonic is? To be honest, I think at the moment LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog is probably one of the best LEGO themes right now. I think it's thriving. It has a wide variety of cheap and expensive sets, lots of different ways to get minifigures, and honestly, all the sets are just fun. A lot of them have good builds, good play features, and I think LEGO Sonic has the potential to be one of the best LEGO collaboration brands out there. Of course, it may not compete with Marvel or DC. Wait, maybe it will. But it'll do good enough, and maybe be kept in good graces by the fans. From its humble beginnings, it's been a crossover waiting to happen since the Dimension Age, and finally seeing it come to fruition, and as a full-fledged theme, makes me happy. To see the sets keep the fundamental ideas, characters, and location from Sonic, and as of October 2024, it looks pretty good. I hope the state of this theme stays like it is right now. All I have to say now is, don't mess it up. Also, please send me the new sets from here on out. I'll review them, please. LEGO, I'm desperate, please.